you guys grab him the same way that way, we can turn it a little easier. Because he has 10. Cool. Now we go. Twist. Set him real quick. Here we go. It's Tuesday at the Wildcat Sanctuary, and so you all know what that means. That means we're here live in our old teeny hospital. We have, I'm going to see if I can get a little better camera here. Sorry. There we go. We have Cougar Quincy on the table today. Quincy weighed 139 pounds. This boy's just a little over a year old. They're older now. Is he almost 2? Almost 2. If you remember, Quincy, Tacoma, and Rainier were all orphaned in the state of Washington, and we were contacted once they couldn't be rehabbed and released. So Quincy had been noticed that there was some swelling on the left side of his face a few days ago. He was put on antibiotics right away. We didn't know if it was a soft tissue abscess or a tooth. It has gone down with medication, but we wanted to be extra cautious to make sure we could find out what was going on. And he started acting a little bit different yesterday, segregating himself from the other two. So we used the vet day opportunity to get him in to be seen for an exam and to see what's going on. And here at the sanctuary, we can do a lot of dental work here. If we're talking about big cats and large canines, then we bring in Peter Emily Dental Foundation, who will be here in August to do a few root canals on big cats. So I think what is amazing is that cougars, also known as mountain lions or panthers, are great jumpers, and so their tail is pretty much as long as their body length when it's straightened out, and that works as a rudder for jumping and for balance. We are happy that he has all his claws, so he's got his feet are in good shape. We'll be doing a nail trim today. We'll be taking blood. We'll do an overall body exam. So as we try and scooch around here in our hospital today, we'll give you an update on the new hospital. Construction had been halted for quite a few days, but it's starting to start again today, so we're excited. The whole project has been delayed, but we're still anxious for the end result. So you know how stressful it can be when all of a sudden something is wrong or different with your animals at home. It's the same here. It's just a lot more difficult and challenging, especially for some of these guys that are a little more unsocialized to humans. Getting to them, especially when they're sick, can be a challenge. And so our staff want to catch things as early as possible so that they don't go den down or go somewhere in their large yard, which is hard to get to. And so the best result today will be that was probably maybe something, soft tissue abscess or something that cleared itself up, but that's what an exam is for, is to tell us what's going on and what we need to do to resolve any issues. You can also imagine what our veterinary costs are annually. We have some wonderful vets and techs that volunteer their time, which helps us greatly. But just the supplies alone and the equipment alone to have on site to care for over 130 big cats is costly. If you know how much medication your cat takes or your dog, you have...
Maybe try out, maybe outside of the corner.
So, it lost service over there too.
Really?
Yeah, so I apologize for those that things are kind of blipping on and off service-wise. We're having some internet issues. So this is Quincy the Cougar. if you're just joining us, we noticed that there was some swelling on the left side of his face. The caretaker recognized that right away. He was put on antibiotics. The swelling has gone down, but we chose to sedate him just to be extra cautious to make sure there isn't a tooth or something larger going on. We're also using this time, as always, to collect blood, urine, weight, and he's due for his vaccines, Dr. Camper said, so he'll be getting those. And he's getting an overall exam. Luckily, at almost 2 years old, we hope he's happy, healthy. He's also getting a nail trim.
It's a good audience at least.
And you can see just how big a mountain lion is compared to humans. They are big. They're actually bigger than the leopards. People are always shocked by how big they are. We have cougars that range from 120 up to 200 pounds at the biggest. And the little leopards are around 100 or a little over 100 pounds. But don't tell Shazam he's a little leopard, because he's the biggest in spirit here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. So Tuesdays are our scheduled vet days, but as you all know, our vets and hospital manager and staff came in on Sunday even, once Marcus wasn't doing better. As you guys know, Tiger Marcus has degenerative spinal issues, and he must have tweaked something. We don't know what he did. We don't know if he just walked funny, sat funny, but we realized that he was having really trouble walking and placing his back feet. And so we came in on Sunday to make sure that if he needed to be sedated, we could do radiographs, we could do pain management. And we ended up not sedating Marcus because we didn't want to injure his back anymore, but giving him aggressive treatment with anti-inflammatories, pain medications, and muscle relaxers. And I'm happy to say Marcus is doing extremely well, though we'll always have to be cautious of that degenerative issue he has. We're just thrilled that he's up moving around and being Mr. Marcus. We're very excited for the new animal care center to be completed. It'll give us much more space. There'll be room for 2 tables, 2 areas for surgeries, wellness exams, enough space to put all of our supplies and everything away. If you can see around here, we are just bursting at the seams. There's not enough space. There's not enough space, not even for storage and cabinetry, but to bring crates in and to get the entire staff here when we're doing large animal procedures can be pretty daunting. So that new hospital is going to make such a difference to us and our residents. And we are compiling a list of our hospital needs and equipments right now. And we're really excited. We also have an exciting event on Saturday where founding members who contributed to the building will get to see the building construction in progress. Sadly, it was supposed to be a ribbon cutting ceremony, but as everybody knows, construction always gets delayed. And so at least they'll get to see kind of the status of it, and then get to see the cats that will benefit from that hospital. So if you're just joining us, this is Quincy the Cougar. He weighed 139 pounds. He's receiving a wellness exam and a check on some swelling that was in his face. Any thoughts on what's going on?
He must have had an abscess and it is largely healed.
Well, wonderful.
Yes, his teeth are all good. We were worried we'd have a broken tooth that was abscessed, and they're all...
Yay. Well, that's the best news, is that the antibiotics worked and that abscess, kind of healed itself. So no further things need to be done. No dental needs to be done or anything. Will he stay on antibiotics, or is he
He'll finish
good?
the course that he was on, but
Okay.
we won't have to extend it longer than that.
So he's going to finish the course that he was originally on, but nothing needs to be extended. So that is a best outcome of any exam we can have here at the sanctuary. And I can tell you, with 130 cats, we always have a cat that needs to be seen by the vet. That can be just a geriatric issue that is getting exacerbated. It can be an emergency care if there's trauma or a cat has injured itself somehow. It can be just the traditional wellness exams, so we stay on top of what we can and give them that supportive care they need as they age and things like that. And we can see any arthritis changes, things like that. But with 130 cats, vet days are busy, and days that are not scheduled vet days are just as busy. A lot of our animals are on pain management and supportive medications, so we're getting that to them every day. They get laser therapy if they have arthritis. They're getting operant conditioning and other things that might help with arthritis or help with an upcoming vet exam to make it least stressful for them. So vet days are just a snapshot of the veterinary care program that all these cats receive. So Mr. Quincy's going to be able to be woken up pretty quickly. He'll get rolled down to his indoor room, and he'll stay in his indoor room till he's not groggy anymore, probably around PM rounds, but it's really up to each cat. They sometimes metabolize the drugs a little differently. And by evening or early morning, he will be back out with his siblings. So Elise is taking an opportunity to get a few paw prints. We never keep a cat down longer than needed for paw prints, but we will do it simultaneously with what other people are doing, why he's being examined. And then obviously many of you already know that these are sold in our online auction to help fundraise and offset the costs of daily care for all of our rescues. So we use vegetable-based paint, non-toxic paint, so it'll wipe off really easily. Beautiful.
So much pressure.
And right now we're still waiting for the blood work to run. So we try not to wake up any cat till all the labs are finished, because if we find anything unexpected, or especially with our geriatrics, that they might need more fluids or a certain medication to help them along, we want to do all that while they're safely sleeping. I love when they get the fur, and all of that is part of the paw. So he's also getting sub-Q fluids right now. That helps with recovery. He'll get some vitamins put in that little fluid bubble that's on his back, and he'll absorb that pretty quickly right into his system. Well, I appreciate everybody being part of our vet day today. I know they're going to see some little cats, and I know Judson will get some photos and things like that. It's a wellness exams for the rest of the cats today, so good thing no emergencies, no other injuries at this time. And with our big geriatric population, we see, just like your domestic cats, we see cancers, we see renal disease, and so when we get a 2-year-old on the table like this, it's so nice to see healthy cats with good muscle tone, no arthritis, blood works normal, the abscess has cleared itself. So today is a happy vet day for Mr. Quincy the Cougar. Thank you all.